everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to study about continuation part of previous video, that is to find the solution of system of linear congruences in two variables. First, let us understand the working procedure to find the solution for system of linear congruences in two variables. First, let us consider a system of linear congruences in two variables as ax plus by congruent to r modulo m and cx plus dy congruent to s modulo m. In previous videos, the linear congruence is of the form ax congruent to b mod m, but in this we have to consider a system of linear congruence in two variables. That means in the two variables x and y, we have a linear congruency as ax plus by congruent to r mod m. Also, we have another congruency, that is cx plus dy congruent to s modulo m. They will give a problem in this form. First, we have to find the GCD for A, B and the value m, and also we have to find the GCD for C, D and the value m. So we have to find the GCD of A, B, m and GCD of C, D, m. That must be a relatively prime. That is, the GCD of A, B, m must be a relatively prime and the GCD of C, D, m must be a relatively prime. That means that value is equal to 1. We have to find whether the GCD value is 1 or not first. Next step, we have to find the difference, that is AD minus BC value. Here we have A, B, C, D value. So we have to find A into D minus B into C value. That value with the value m. That means you have to find the GCD for the value AD minus BC and the value m. That value also must be equal to 1. Next you have to find the value, that is GCD of AD minus BC, m must be equal to 1. Next, finally, the system has unique solution if and only if the GCD of AD minus BC, m which is equal to 1 and also the GCD value, that is AD minus BC, m must divides the value m. Obviously, this value divides m because if the system of a linear congruence has a unique solution, we have to obtain a condition, that is the GCD of AD minus BC, m value is equal to 1. Obviously, 1 divides any value of m. So, if the GCD of AD minus BC, m is relatively prime, then we can say that the system has unique solution and the procedure is same as before. Therefore, we can solve some of the problems on finding the solution for a system of linear congruences in two variables. Here is a first problem. Find the solution of system of linear congruences 7x plus 3y congruent to 10 modulo 16, 2x plus 5y congruent to 9 modulo 60. Here they have given a system of linear congruence in two variable x and y. So first take the solution. Here we have to consider these two congruency and find the value of a, b, r and C, G and S value, also M value. Here from the first congruency, A value is 7, B is 3 and R value is 10. Similarly, from the second congruency, C value is 2, D value is 5 and S value is 9. Also, under modulo 16 means we get a M value as 60. Here, this is a very important step. First, you have to take A, B, R value, C, D, S value and also M value by the given problem. Next step, you have to take a given two equation and call first congruency as equation 1 and second congruency as equation number 2. Next, what's the first step? We have to find the GCD for A, B and this m. Also, we have to find the GCD for C, D and the value m. So that is, we have to find the GCD for 7, 3, 16 and we have to find the GCD for 2, 5, 16. Here we already discussed in a previous video how to find the GCD in a simpler way. That means here we have to find the GCD for this value means we have to find the divisor for all these values. Among these divisors, we have to find the greatest common divisor is nothing but a GCD for this value. So first take this value, that is, first you have to find the divisor for 7, that is divisors of 7 is 1 and 7 itself because 7 is a prime number. So the divisors of 7 is 1 and 7 itself. Similarly, you have to find the divisor for 3. Here divisor of 3 is 1 and 3. This is because 3 is a prime number. So the divisors are 1 and the number itself. Next, you have to find the divisor for 16. Here divisors of 16 are 1 divides 16, 2 also divides 16, 4 divides 16, 8 divides 16 and 16 divides 16. Here we have to take the divisors of 16. That is the numbers which divide the value 16. Here 1 divides 16 is nothing but 16 divided by 1 is 1 ones are 1 16 is 2 divides 16 is nothing but 16 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2 8s are 16. Here 4 divides 16 is nothing but 16 divided by 4 wholes. In the similar way, you have to find the divisors of 16 is nothing but 1, 2, 4, 8 and this number 16 itself is a divisor of 16. Next, these three are the divisors of 7, 3 and 16. Among these three, we have to find the greatest common divisor, that is a GCD of 7, 3 and 16. Here we have a common divisor in these three are only 1. Here this is 1 and 7, this is 1 and 3 and this is 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. Among these three, the common divisor is 1. That 1 is the greatest common divisor because it has only one element, that is 1. So among these three, the greatest common divisor is nothing but 1. Therefore, we can conclude that the GCD of 7, 3 and 16 is 1. In the similar way, we have to find the GCD of 2, 5 and 16 is nothing but we have to find the divisor of 2, 5 and 16. Among these three, we have to find the greatest common divisor. So first we have to find the divisor of 2. We know that 2 is a prime number, so the divisors of 2 is 1 and 2 itself. Similarly, 5 is, the divisors of 5 is 1 and 5 itself because 5 is a prime number. Also, the divisors of 16 is 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. Among these three, the common divisor is 1. Also, the greatest common divisor is also equal to 1. Therefore, we can conclude that the GCD of 2, 5 and 16 is equal to 1. Here we are verified the GCD of 7, 3, 16 is 1 and also the GCD of 2, 5, 16 is equal to 1. Also, we have to verify the condition, that is the GCD of AD minus BC, M must be equal to 1. So, we have to take the multiplication of A and D minus the multiplication of B and C. We know that A is 7, B is 3, C is 2 and D is 5. Therefore, AD minus BC is nothing but A is 7, D is 5, 7 into 5 is 35 minus B into C. B is 3 and C is 2, 3 into 2 is 6. That is 35 minus 6, M is 16. So, we have to find the GCD of, here 35 minus 6 is 29. So, we have to find the GCD for the value 29, 16. That is the GCD is nothing but we have to find the divisor for 29 and 16. So, we know that divisors of 29 is 1 and 29 because 29 is also a prime number. So, the divisors of prime number is the number 1 and the number itself. Therefore, we can conclude the divisors of 29 is 1 and 29. Similarly, the divisors of 16 is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Among these two, the greatest common divisor. First, we have to find the common divisor. Here, 1 is a common divisor in both. Therefore, we can conclude that the greatest common divisor of 29 and 16 is equal to 1. Therefore, we have shown that the GCD of AD minus BC, M value is also equal to 1. Again, we have to verify the condition. The GCD value, that is AD minus BC, M, GCD divides the value M. Obviously, this value is 1. Obviously, 1 divides M. Here, small m is 16. 1 divides 16 holds. Therefore, we can conclude that the system has unique solution. Here, first you have to verify that the greatest common divisor for A, B and M and the greatest common divisor for C, D and M value is 1. That is, they are relatively prime. Also, we have to find the AD minus BC value. The GCD of AD minus BC value with the small letter M is also equal to 1. That is, the GCD of AD minus BC, M must be equal to 1. That is, they both are relatively prime. Also, we have to verify the condition AD minus BC, M divides the value M. If all the condition holds, therefore, we can conclude that the system has unique solution. Next, we have to find the value of X and Y. In previous videos, once we conclude the system has unique solution, we are finding the value of X. But in this, we have to find the solution for two variables X and Y because here we have two variables X and Y. So, we have to find the value of two variables X and Y here. For that, we have to consider equation 1 and equation 2. That is, here we have to find X and Y value, means we have to consider the given linear congruences, that is given system of linear congruences, that is they have given 7x plus 3y congruent to 10 mod 16 and 2x plus 5y congruent to 9 mod 16. Here from these two linear congruences, we have to eliminate once the x value and we have to once eliminate the y value and finally find x value and y value. That is, here in the first linear congruence we have 7x plus 3y congruent to 10 mod 16. Here second linear congruence is 2x plus 5y is congruent to 9 mod 16. So we can't cancel x term and y term. So to cancel x term or y term, for this linear congruency we have to multiply some value. Here we have 7x plus 3y. Here if we multiply this congruency by 5 and if we multiply this congruency, second congruency by 3, here we get 3 into 5 is 15. Here we have 5 into 3 is 15. So we can cancel the term y. So we have to multiply 5 for the first linear congruency and we have to multiply 3 for the second linear congruency. The linear congruency changes to, here first congruency changes to, here if you multiply throughout by 5 means 7 into 5 is 35x plus 3 into 5 is 15y is congruent to 10 into 5 is 50 under mod 16 does not changes, it remains as it is, that is mod 16. So if we multiply for this linear congruency by 3, we get a congruency value as here 2x into 3 is 6x plus 5y into 3 is 15y congruent to 9 into 3 is 27 under modulo 60. So now we can easily cancel 15y and 15y by subtracting these two linear congruency. Next step, we have to subtract first congruency by second congruency. We get here we have 35x. Here this positive sign changes to negative sign. So 35x minus 6x, we get a value as 29x. Here plus 15y, here plus into minus 15y. So we can cancel this plus 15y minus 15y. So we get a 0 is congruent to here we have 50 minus 27. So 50 minus 27 is 23 under modulo 16 as it is. So if we cancel these two terms, the remaining value is 29x congruent to 23 mod 16. Next step, already discussed in the previous videos how to find the x values using the definition of congruency method. Here we have 29x congruent to 23 mod 16. We can write by the definition of congruency as 60 divides 29x minus 23. Or we can take this as 29x minus 23, which is equal to 16 into some integer k. This is because from the definition of congruency we can write like this. Next step, you have to take minus 23 to the right hand side and this 29 goes to the denominator. We get a value of x as 16k plus 23 divided by 29. Here, so this is a value of x. From this, we have to find the x value by substituting k value 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. And we have to obtain an integer value for x. So first step, we have to put k value as 0. If we substitute k value as 0 means 16 into 0 is 0 plus 23 by 29. Therefore, we get x value as 23 by 29. That obviously does not belong to an integer z, because integer z means it contains a value 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 plus or minus 3 etc. up to infinity. It does not contain a fraction value, so it does not belong to z. Next, you have to put k value as 1. If you substitute k value as 1 means 16 into 1 is 16 plus 23 divided by 29. Therefore, we get x value as 39 by 29. Obviously, 39 by 29 also does not belong to an integer z. So we have to put a k value as 2. So if we put k value as 2 means 16 into 2 plus 23, we get a value as 55. Therefore, x is equal to 55 divided by 29 also does not belong to an integer z. Next, you have to put the value k is equal to 3. If you substitute k value as 3 means 16 into 3 is 48. 48 plus 23, we get a value as 71. That is x value is equal to 71 divided by 29 also does not belong to an integer z. Next, you have to put a value as k is equal to 4. If we substitute k value as 4 means 16 into 4 is 64 plus 23, we get a value as 87. That is x is equal to 87 by 29. If we divide 87 by 29, we get a value as 3. Therefore, we can conclude that x is equal to 3 belongs to an integer z. Hence, we can conclude that x is congruent to 3 mod 16 is a solution. Here, once we obtain x value as an integer, so we have to stop the procedure and we have to consider x is congruent to that value under mod 16 is a solution. Here we find x value as 3. Also, we have to find y value. For that, next step is we have to put x is equal to 3 in equation 1 or equation 2. Here we have to put x is equal to 3 in the given linear congruency. So we get here equation 1 is 7x plus 3y congruent to 10 mod 16. Equation 2 is 2x plus 5y congruent to 9 mod 16. We can substitute x is equal to 3 in equation 1 or equation 2. Both are same. So I am taking equation 2 and substituting x value as 3 here. Here 2 into x is 3 plus 5y is congruent to 9 mod 16. Here we get 5y plus here 3 to 2 is 6 is congruent to 9 modulo 16. Or we can take this as 5y congruent to, here if we can subtract this congruency by 6, we get 5y plus 6 minus 6 is congruent to 9 minus 6 mod 16. Therefore, we get plus 6 minus 6 gets cancelled. We get 5y is congruent to 9 minus 6 is 3 modulo 60. Therefore, we get a congruency value as 5y is congruent to 3 mod 60. So, here next the procedure is same as before. Here we have to apply the definition of congruency as, here this implies 16 divides 5y minus 3, or we can take this as 5y minus 3 which is equal to 16 into some integer k, or we can take this as y is equal to, here we can take this 3 to the right hand side and 5 goes to the denominator, we get y as 16k plus 3 divided by 5. Next step, we have to substitute k value 0, 1, 2, 3 and we have to obtain a y as an integer. So first step, we have to put k is equal to 0. If we substitute k value as 0 means we get y value value as 3 by 5. Obviously, it does not belong to an integer z. Next, you have to put k value as 1. We get here, if you substitute k value as 1 means 16 into 1 is 16 plus 3 is 19 by 5. Therefore, y is 19 by 5 does not belong to an integer z. Next, you have to put k is equal to 2. If you substitute k value as 2 means 16 into 2 is 32. 32 plus 3 is 35. Therefore, we get x value as 35 by 5 which is equal to 7. 5 ones are 5 sevens. Therefore, we get y as 7 belongs to an integer z. Therefore, we can conclude that y is congruent to 7 modulo 60. Here we get a solution as x is congruent to 3 mod 16 and y is congruent to 7 mod 16. Therefore, these two are a solution for a given system of linear congruences. Here in the previous videos, we get only one value because it depends on one variable x. But in these problems are related to finding the solution of system of congruences in two variables x and y. So we get a solution for x and y in two values. That is, x is congruent to 3 mod 16 and y is congruent to 7 mod 16 is a solution. This completes the problem. We shall move on to another problem so that you can understand in a better way. Find the solution of system of linear congruences 2x plus 6y congruent to 1 mod 7, 4x plus 3y congruent to 2 mod 7. Here, if we given in examination, they have given system of linear congruency, we have to observe that whether the given system of linear congruency has only one variable or two variable. If we have two variable x and y, here we have to find a solution for a system of linear congruency in two variables. Here first step, we have to take for the linear congruency, that is first linear congruency, we have to take a, b, r and m value. Here we have a is 2, b is 6, r value is 1. Similarly, for the second congruency, c is 4, d is 3 and s value is 2. Also under modulo 7, this also under modulo 7 means we get a value of m as 7. First step, we have to take a given data using the problem. Next, you have to call this as equation number 1 and call this linear congruency as equation number 2. That's the next step. Once we do this procedure, next step is to find the GCD of a, b and m, and we have to find the GCD of c, d and m. That is, we have to find the GCD of 2, 6, 7 and GCD of 4, 3, 7, that is equal to 1. We have to find the GCD of these two values 1. So first we have to find the GCD for 2, 6, 7. By this method, here we have to find the divisors for 2, 6, 7 first. That is, divisor of 2 is 1 and 2. This is because 2 is a prime number. We already discussed in the previous videos how to find these values, that is to find the divisor value. Similarly, we have to find the divisor for 6. Here the divisors of 6 is 1, 2, 3 and 6 because 6 is divided by the value 1, 2, 3 and 6. Here 1 divides 6, 2 also divides 6, 3 divides 6 and the 6 divides 6. Therefore, the divisors of 6 is 1, 2, 3 and 6. Similarly, we have to find the divisor of 7. Here, since 7 is a prime number, the divisors of 7 is 1 and the 7 itself. So, after finding the divisors of 2, 6, 7, next step we have to find the common divisors in these three. Here, from these two, the common divisor is 1 and 2, here also 1 and 2, but 1 and 2 does not in the value 7 because the divisors of 7 is 1 and 7. So among these three, the common divisor is only 1. Therefore, we can conclude that the greatest common divisor for 2, 6, 7 is 1. In the similar way, we have to find the greatest common divisor for 4, 3, 7. So first you have to find the divisor of 4. Here the divisor of 4 is 1, 2 and 4. Similarly, we have to find the divisor for 3. Here since 3 is a prime number, the divisor of 3 is 1 and 3 itself. Similarly, we have to find the divisor of 7. Here divisors of 7 is 1 and 7. So among these three, we have to find the greatest common divisor means the greatest common divisor among these three is 1. Hence, we can conclude that the GCD of 4, 3, 7 is 1. In the similar way, next you have to find the value, that is AD minus BC comma M. That is AD minus BC. Here we have A, B, C, D. So A into D minus B into C is nothing but 2 into 3 minus 4 into 6. Therefore, we get 2 into 3 is 6 minus B into C is 6 into 4 is 24, comma M is 7. So we get 6 minus 24. 6 minus 24 is minus 18, comma 7. So we have to find the GCD for the value minus 18, comma 7. This is same as that of, we have to find the GCD for the value 18 and 7. So as before, we have to find the divisor for 18 and we have to find the divisor for 7. So the divisors of 18 is 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18 because 18 is divided by the value 1 and also divided by the value 2, 3, 6 9 also divides 18 and also 18 also divides 18. Therefore, the divisors of 18 is 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18. But to consider all the divisors which divide the value 18. Similarly, the divisor of 7 is 1 and 7. Among these two, the greatest common divisor is nothing but a GCD. That is, the GCD of 18, 7 is nothing but the GCD of minus 18, 7, which is equal to 1. So, once you obtain a GCD of AD minus BC, M as 1, also we have to verify that GCD value divides small letter m value. Obviously, AD minus BC, M value is 1. 1 divides 7. Satisfied. Therefore, we can conclude that the given system has unique solution. Once we've shown the system has unique solution, we have to find the value of x and y. That's the next step. So to find the value of x and y, we have to consider these two linear congruency as before. So we have to consider the two linear congruency, 2x plus 6y congruent to 1 mod 7, 4x plus 3y congruent to 2 mod 7. Here in these two congruency, we have to eliminate x value or y value first. So here we have 2x, here we have 4x, here we have 6y, here we have 3y. So to get the similar value, we can multiply for the second linear congruency by 2, we get 3 into 2 as 6y. Therefore, we can take multiplying the second congruency by 2, we get a congruency. Here first congruency is same, that is 2x plus 6y congruent to 1 mod 7. For the second congruency, we have to multiply throughout by 2 means 4x into 2 is 8x plus 3y into 2 is 6y is congruent to 2 into 2 is 4 under mod 7 as it is. Now we can cancel plus 6y and minus 6y if we subtract first congruency by second congruency. That is, if we subtract these two congruency, we get plus 6y minus 6y gets cancelled. So we get a remaining value as plus 2x minus 8x, we get a value as minus 6x. This value becomes 0 is congruent to plus 1 minus 4 is minus 3 mod 7. Here we have negative sign. So to cancel this value, divide throughout by minus 3, we get a new congruency as if we divide throughout by minus 3 means minus 6 by minus 3 is 3 ones are 3 2s. So therefore we get plus 2x is congruent to minus 3 by minus 3 is 1 under mod 7 as it is. So we get a new congruency. For this we have to find the x value using the definition of congruence method. That is, we can take 2x congruent to 1 mod 7 as 7 divides 2x minus 1, or we can take this as 2x minus 1 which is equal to 7 into some integer k. So take minus 1 to the right hand side and 2 goes to the denominator. We get a value of x as 7k plus 1 divided by 2. That's the value of x. Next step, we have to find an integer value of x. That is, we have to substitute k value 0, 1, 2, 3 and we get a value of x that belongs to an integer z. So first step, put k is equal to 0. If you substitute k value 0 means 7 into 0 is 0 plus 1 by 2. So we get x is equal to 1 by 2. Obviously that does not belong to an integer z. So we have to put k is equal to 1. If you substitute k value as 1 means 7 into 1 is 7 plus 1 is 8. So we get x value as 8 by 2. 2 1s are 2 4s are. Therefore we get x is equal to 4 that belongs to an integer z. Therefore we can conclude that x is congruent to 4 mod 7 is a solution. So we get the x value as 4. Also we have to find the y value. For that we have to substitute x is equal to 4 in equation 1 or equation 2. So I am substituting x is equal to 4 in equation 1. That is, equation 1 is 2x plus 6y congruent to 1 mod 7. If you substitute in the place of x as 4, we get 2 into 4 plus 6y congruent to 1 mod 7. So this becomes 6y plus 4 into 2 is 8 congruent to 1 mod 7 next. So we get 6y plus 8 congruent to 1 mod 7. So in the next step, if we subtract this congruency by 8, we get 6y plus 8 minus 8 gets cancelled is congruent to 1 minus 8 is minus 7 under mod 7. So we get 6y is congruent to minus 7 mod 7. As before, we have to apply the definition of congruency here. Definition of congruency says 6y congruent to minus 7 mod 7. We can write this as 7 divides 6y minus of minus 7. Here minus to minus plus 7. Or we can take this as 6y plus 7 which is equal to 7 into some integer k. Or if we take 7 to the right hand side and 6 goes to the denominator, we get a value of y as 7k minus 7 divided by 6. Here plus 7 goes to the right hand side, that becomes minus 7. If we take the 6 to the right hand side, that goes to the denominator. So we get y value as 7k minus 7 divided by 6. That's the value of y. So once you obtain y value, we have to substitute k value as 0, 1, 2, 3. Then we have to find the integer value for y. So if you substitute k value as 0 means 7 into 0 is 0 minus 7 by 6. Therefore we get y value as minus 7 by 6. That does not belongs to an integer z. So we have to put k as 1. So if you substitute k value as 1 means 7 into 1 is 7 minus 7 divided by 6. Therefore we get y is equal to 7 minus 7 by 6. 7 minus 7 is 0 divided by anything is 0. Therefore we get y value as 0 that belongs to an integer z satisfies. Therefore we can conclude that y is congruent to 0 mod 7. Therefore finally we can conclude that x is congruent to 4 mod 7 and y is congruent to 0 mod 7 is a solution for a given system of linear congruency. This completes the problem. We shall move on to another problem. Find the solution of system of linear congruences 5x plus 6y congruent to 10 mod 13, 6x minus 7y congruent to 2 mod 30. Here first step we have to consider the data, that is a is 5, b is 6 and r value is 10, c is 6, d value is minus 7 and s value is 2. Also we have m value is 13. So after considering the given data we have to consider these two equations as equation 1 and equation 2. Next step we have to find the GCD for the value a, b and m and c, d and m. That is we have to find the GCD for 5, 6, 13 and we have to find the GCD for 6, minus 7 and 30. So finding the GCD is nothing but we have to find the divisor for all the values. First we have to find the divisor for 5. We know that 5 is a prime number, so the divisors of 5 is 1 and 5 itself. Similarly the divisors of 6 is 1, 2, 3 and the number 6. Similarly the divisor of 13 is 1 and 13. This is because 13 is a prime number, so the divisors are 1 and the number 13 itself. So among these three the greatest common divisor is nothing but a GCD. Therefore we can conclude that the GCD of 5, 6 and 13 is 1. Similarly we have to find the GCD for 6, minus 7, 13. Here we have to find the GCD of 6, minus 7, 13 is nothing but we have to find the GCD for 6 plus 7 and 13. Both are same. So we have to find the divisors for 6, 7 and 13. First the divisors of 6 is 1, 2, 3 and 6. Similarly the divisor of 7 is 1 and 7 because 7 is a prime number. Similarly the divisor of 13 is 1 and 13 because 13 is also a prime number. Among these three values the greatest common divisor is here 1, here also 1, here 1. Therefore we can conclude that the greatest common divisor for the value 6, minus 7, 13 is 1 because the GCD of 6 plus 7, 13 is 1. Therefore we can conclude that the GCD for 6, minus 7, 13 is also equal to 1. In the similar way we have to find AD minus BC comma M GCD. For that here AD minus BC is nothing but here we have A, B, C, D value. A into D is 5 into minus 7 is minus 35 minus 6 into 6 is 36 comma M value is 13. Here we have minus 35 minus 36 is nothing but minus 71 comma 13. Here we have to find the GCD for minus 71 comma 13. This is same as that of we have to find the divisor for 71 and we have to find the divisor for 13, which is same as that of finding the divisor for minus 71 and 30. So the divisor of 71 is 1 and 71 because 71 is a prime number. Similarly the divisor of 13 is 1 and 13 because 13 is also a prime number. Among these two the greatest common divisor is 1. Therefore we can conclude that the greatest common divisor for minus 71 comma 13 is 1. Therefore we are find the GCD of AD minus BC comma M which is equal to 1. Also we have to verify that value divides the value small letter m. Obviously AD minus BC comma M GCD is 1. Obviously 1 divides the value 13. Satisfied. Therefore we can conclude that the given system of linear congruency has unique solution. These are all very easy problem. Next step we have to find x and y value. For that we have to consider the two linear congruency. That is first linear congruency is 5x plus 6y congruent to 10 mod 13. Second linear congruency is 6x minus 7y congruent to 2 mod 13. So here we have 6y, here we have 7y, here we have 5x, here we have 6x. So to cancel the two congruency we have to multiply some values for these two linear congruency. So we can multiply for this first congruency by 6 and we multiply second congruency by 5. We get here we have 5. If we multiply by 6 we get 5 into 6 is 30. Here we have 6. If you multiply by 5 is 6 into 5 is 30. Therefore we can cancel x terms. So we get a new linear congruency as here if you multiply throughout by 6 means we get 5x into 6 is 30x plus 6 into 6 is 36y congruent to 10 into 6 is 60 mod 13. Similarly if you multiply throughout this equation by 5 we get a new linear congruency as here 6x into 5 is 30x minus 7y into 5 is 35y congruent to 2 into 5 is 10 mod 13. Now we can cancel 30x. For that we have to subtract these two linear congruency. So if we subtract these two linear congruency we get 30x minus 30x is 0x Here we have plus 36y. Here we have minus to minus plus 35y. Therefore, we get 36y plus 35y. We get a value of 71y. Is congruent to 60 minus 10 is 50 under mod 13 as it is. Therefore, we get 71y congruent to 50 under mod 13. Here, observe carefully. Here, this linear congruency has the value 7150, which is the greater value. So, applying the definition of congruency and solving the procedure is bit lengthy procedure. So, to reduce the procedure, here, this linear congruency has 71y is congruent to 50 mod 13. So, this is nothing but we can divide the values 71 and 50 by 13. This is as same as that of if we divide 71 by 13, 50 by 13. So to reduce this value, we can take this as here. If we divide 71 by 13, we get a remainder value as here 13 into 5 is 65. So if we subtract 71 by 65, we get a value as 6 as a remainder. So in the place of 71, we can take this as 6. This is because 71 is congruent to 6 mod 13 satisfied. Here 71 is congruent to 6 mod 13 is nothing but 13 divides 71 minus 6 is 65. Obviously 13 divides 65 satisfied. Therefore in the place of 71 we can write this as 6. In the similar way, if we divide 50 by 13, that is if we divide 50 by 13, we get a value as here 13 into 3 is 39. If we subtract 50 by 39, we get a remainder as 11. So in the place of 50 we can substitute as 11. This is because 50 is congruent to 11 mod 13 satisfied. So the new congruency obtained as here 71 is congruent to 6 mod 13. Therefore, we can take in the place of 71 as 6 into y is congruent to, in the place of 50 we can substitute as 11 because 50 is congruent to 11 mod 13 satisfied. Therefore, the new congruency obtained as 6y congruent to 11 mod 13. So, now we can apply the definition of congruency here. So, this becomes 13 divides 6y minus 11, or we can take this as 6y minus 11 is equal to 13 into some integer k. Next step, we have to take minus 11 to the right hand side and 6 goes to the denominator. We get a value of y as 13k plus 11 divided by 6. Next step, as before, substitute k value 0, 1 to 3, etc. and find the value of, that is integer value of y. So for that, put k is equal to 0. If you substitute k value 0, 13 into 0 is 0 plus 11 by 6. Therefore, we get y is 11 by 6. That does not belong to an integer z. Next, you have to substitute k value is 1. That is, if you substitute k value is 1 means 13 into 1 is 13. 13 plus 11 is 24 divided by 6. Obviously, 24 divided by 6 is 6 1s are 6 4s are. Therefore, we get y value as 4. That belongs to an integer z satisfied. Therefore, we can conclude that y is congruent to 4 mod 30. As before, here we get a value of y. Again, we have to find the value of x. For that, we have to put y is equal to 4 in equation 1 or equation 2. We get here equation 1 is this, equation 2 is this. We can substitute y value as 4 in equation 1 or equation 2. Both are same. I am substituting y value as 4 in equation 1, that is 5x plus 6 into y is 4 is congruent to 10 modulo 30. Here 6 into 4 is 24. Here if we subtract throughout by 24, we get a value as 5x plus 24 minus 24 is congruent to 10 minus 24 is minus 14 under mod 13. Therefore, this congruency reduces to 5x congruent to minus 14 mod 13. Next step, applying the congruency definition here, we get as 13 divides 5x minus into minus 14. Therefore, we get minus to minus plus 14. Or we can take this as 5x plus 14 is equal to 13 into some integer k, or we can take this as x is equal to 13k minus 14 divided by 5. Here if we take plus 14 to the right hand side, that becomes minus 14. If we take 5 to the right hand side, that goes to the denominator. Hence we get x is equal to 13k minus 14 divided by 5. Next step, we have to substitute k value 0, 1 to 3 and find the integer value of x. So put k is equal to 0, we get 13 into 0 is 0 minus 14 by 5. Therefore, we get x is equal to minus 14 by 5. That does not belong to an integer z. So substitute k value is 1. If we substitute k value is 1, that is 13 into 1 is 13. 13 minus 14 is minus 1 by 5. Therefore, x is equal to minus 1 by 5 does not belong to an integer z. Next, you have to put k is equal to 2. If we substitute k value is 2 means 13 into 2 is 26. 26 minus 14 is 12 divided by 5. Therefore, x is equal to 12 by 5 does not belong to an integer z. Next, you have to put k is equal to 3. If you substitute k value is 3 means 13 into 3 is 39. 39 minus 14 is 25. Therefore, x is equal to 25 by 5. Therefore, 5 ones are 5 5s are. Hence, we get x is equal to 5 belongs to z. Therefore, we can conclude that x is congruent to 5 under modulo 13. Therefore, finally we can conclude that x is congruent to 5 mod 13 and y is congruent to 4 mod 13 is a solution for a given system of linear congruency. This completes the problem. Here we have another problem. Find the solution of system of linear congruences 5x plus 3y congruent to 2 mod 14 minus 3x plus 4y congruent to 7 mod 14. Here the procedure is same for all the problems, but here we have to carefully write the values, that is a, b, r and m value, c, d, s and m value, and we have to find the GCD value. Again we have to find x value and y value finally. So solution here for this first linear congruency, a value is 5, b is 3 and r is 2. Similarly for the second congruency, c value is minus 3, d is 4 and s value is 7. Also under modulo 14 means m value is 14 here. Next step, call this system of linear congruency as 1 and this congruency as equation 2. Next step, we have to find the GCD for a, b, m and c, d, m. Therefore we have to find the GCD for 5, 3 and 14 and we have to find the GCD for minus 3, 4 and 14. So finding the GCD is nothing but we have to find the divisor for all the values. First, the divisor of 5 is 1 and 5. This is because 5 is the prime number. Similarly, the divisor of 3 is 1 and 3 because 3 is also a prime number. Similarly, the divisor of 14. Here, the divisors of 14 is 1, 2, 7 and 14. This is because 14 is divided by the value 1, 2, 7 and 14 itself. Therefore, the divisors of 14 is 1, 2, 7 and 14. Next step, among these three, the greatest common divisor is 1. Therefore, we can conclude that the GCD of 5, 3 and 14 is 1. Next we have to find the GCD for minus 3, 4 and 14, which is same as the top. We have to find the GCD for 3, 4 and 14. So we have to find the divisor for 3 first. We already know the divisor of 3 is 1 and 3 because 3 is a prime number. Similarly, divisors of 4 is 1, 2 and 4 because the values which is divided by 4 is 1, 2 and 4. Similarly, the divisor of 14 is 1, 2, 7 and 14. Here we have to find the greatest common divisor for all the three. Here from these two the greatest common divisor is 2, but the 2 does not in the value this, that is the divisor of 3 is 1 and 3. So we can take the divisor of 3 is 1. Here we have divisor of 4 is 1, divisor of 14 is 1. Here the greatest common divisor is 1. Therefore we can conclude that the GCD of minus 3, 4 and 14 is 1. Once you obtain these two values, we have to find the GCD for AD minus BC, m. Here A is 5, B is 3, C is minus 3, D is 4. Therefore, we get A into D is 5 into 4 is 20 minus 3 into 3 is minus into minus, we get plus 3 into 3 is 9. Therefore, we get 20 plus 9, m value is 14 here. 20 plus 9 is 29, 14. Therefore, we have to find the GCD for 29 and 14. Here this step is important. We have to find the GCD of AD minus BC properly. Here this is a very important step, that is you have to find the GCD for AD minus BC, m. Here we have to substitute A, D, B and C values correctly and we have to find the value of AD minus BC and we have to find the GCD for the value 29 and 14. This is easy procedure. We have to find the GCD of 29. Here 29 is a prime number, so GCD is 1 and 29. Similarly, the GCD of 14 is 1, 2, 7 and 14. Among these two, the greatest common divisor is 1. Therefore, we can conclude that the GCD of 29 and 14 is 1. Once you obtain the GCD of AD minus BC, m as 1, you have to also verify that whether the GCD AD minus BC, m divides m. Obviously, 1 divides 14. Satisfied. Therefore, we can conclude that the given system of linear congruency has unique solution. Next step, we have to find x value and y value with the help of these two linear congruency. So take the two linear congruency. In the first linear congruency as 5x plus 3y congruent to 2 mod 14. Second is minus 3x plus 4y congruent to 7 mod 14. So to obtain same value, we have to multiply first congruency by 3 and we have to multiply second congruency by 5. We get 5 into 3 as 15. Here also 5 into 3 is 15. So we can cancel the term. Here we can multiply this equation by 4 and this equation by 3 also satisfies the same procedure. Here we can cancel the x terms or we can cancel y term. Both are same. Here I am cancelling x term so that we have to multiply first linear congruency by 3 and second linear congruency by 5. We get a new linear congruency has. Here if you multiply throughout by 3, we get 5x into 3 is 15 15x plus 3y into 3 is 9y congruent to 2 into 3 is 6 under mod 14 as it is. Similarly, the second linear congruency changes to minus 3x into 5 is minus 15x plus 4y into 5 is 20y congruent to 7 into 5 is 35 under mod 14 as it is. Here no need to apply negative sign here because this is plus 15x. Here we have minus 15x. If we add these two value, we get here plus 15x minus 15x gets cancelled. Here plus into minus is minus. So plus 15x minus 15x gets cancelled. Remaining is here we have 9y plus 20y is 29y congruent to 6 plus 35 is 41 under mod 14 as it is. Next step, the procedure is same as before. So here we have the linear congruency as 29y congruent to 41 mod 14. So to reduce this to smaller values, we can take this as, we can divide 29 by 14. So we get 14 into 2 is 28. The remainder is 1. In the similar way, we can divide 41 by 14 as, here 14 into 2 is 28. We subtract 41 by 28, we get a remainder as 13. Therefore, we can substitute in the place of 41 as 13 because 41 is congruent to 13 mod 14. Therefore, the new congruency as, here in the place of 29, we can substitute as 1 because 1 is a remainder here. So we get 1 into y is congruent to 41 is 13 mod 14. Therefore, the new congruency is y is congruent to 13 mod 14. So we get a value of y as 13 here. No need to follow the procedure as before because we obtain a value of y as 13 directly. Next, we have to put y is equal to 13 in equation 1 or equation 2 we get. Here equation 1 is this, equation 2 is this. We can substitute y is equal to 13 for equation 1 or equation 2. I am substituting y is equal to 13 for equation 1. So we get 5x plus 3 into y is 13 which is equal to 2 under modulo 14. So we get 13 into 3 is 39. Therefore we get 5x congruent to, here if you subtract throughout the congruency by 39, we get 5x plus 39 minus 39 which is gets cancelled, which is congruent to 2 minus 39 is minus 37 under mod 14. So we get 5x congruent to minus 37 mod 14. Here we get a congruency as 5x congruent to minus 37 mod 14, or by the definition of congruency, we take this as 14 divides 5x minus of minus 37, we get plus 37, or we can take this as 5x plus 37 is equal to 14 into some integer k. So take plus 37 to the right hand side and 5 goes to the denominator, we get a value of x as 14k minus 37 divided by 5. Next step, as before, substitute k value 0, 1 to 3 and find the integer value of x. So put k is equal to 0. If we substitute k value 0 means we get minus 37 by 5, that is x is equal to minus 37 by 5 does not belongs to an integer z. So we have to put k is equal to 1. So we get 14 into 1 is 14 minus 37 is minus 23 divided by 5 does not satisfy, that is x does not belongs to an integer z. Next, you have to substitute k value is 2. If you substitute k value as 2 means 14 into 2 is 28. 20, it is x is equal to 28 minus 37 is minus 9 by 5 does not belong to an integer z. So we have to put k is equal to 3. If you substitute k value as 3 means we get 14 into 3 is 42. 42 minus 37 is 5. Therefore we get x value as 5 divided by 5. 5 gets cancelled. Therefore we get x value as 1 that belongs to an integer z. Therefore we can conclude that x is congruent to 5 mod 14 here. Therefore finally we can conclude that x is congruent to 1 mod 14 and y is congruent to, here for the value y is congruent to 13 mod 14 is a solution for the given system of linear congruency. This completes the problem. Till here we studied some of the important question paper problems on finding the solution of system of linear congruency in two variables. In next video we study about polynomial congruences. If you have any doubts regarding the problems, you can comment below. Hope you all understand the video. Thank you.